Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 10, our extras. And our extras are all about reading. And I just want to tell you that reading is going to be the most important thing that you learn how to do in kindergarten. And so you really want to practice. In our Zoom yesterday, people shared with me the books they were reading. It sounds awesome. Sounds like you're really starting to practice that reading. And that is perfect. So we've put a few reading passages. So these are just words that you can sound out. They're words we've studied, and this is a good practice for just reading. And so I'm going to read this with you today. It's with our long A and short, other short vowel sounds. And the title of this passage is Dave Can Bake. So it's kind of a story, but it's really short. And that's why they just call it a passage. It's just a little piece. Dave and Jane. And remember, we're saying the long A sound because magic E is here. That would be Jan, but we put the magic silent E and it's Jane. A has to A, say A. Dave and Jane can make a cake. Dave can mix and mix. So once we sound something out, mix, the same letters are going to be the same word. So that makes it easier for us to read. This cake can bake, said Dave. Dave and Jane sat. What a big cake, said Jane. So there's the cake that they made, and Jane and Dave are very proud of themselves. Do you think they're going to take a big piece and eat it up? I do. I think they're going to take a big piece of cake and eat it up. So the activity below is tell about something that you would like to make. Would you like to make a cake? Would you like to make something else? Some spaghetti? Okay. So read that passage. Think about something you would like to make. You could draw it on the back if you want to. And keep that maybe with your little books and keep practicing. So our other two pages in the extras were fast as a snap word practice. And these are those sentences we love to do in class. And there are some of our new fast as a snap words. This one is good. You hear those two O's saying good. And you're going to put the word in each sentence and then read each sentence. One of the pictures is a little tricky, so I'm going to read the sentences and then you'll know what it is. The giant is my good friend. And we all know friend because we practice that word a lot. The king is my good friend. The ladybug is my good friend. Are you my good friend? Oh, there's a question at the end. Are you my good friend? So that's kind of a fun one. Read those sentences 3 times to yourself, and then maybe read one to your mom, one to your cousin, one to your dad, whoever's in the house, and check those off. Our other fast as snap sight word is here. And we're going to write here in each sentence. Oh, it looks like we have 3 questions because there's a question mark and an exclamation point. We remember we use our strong voice when we read that one. Okay, we're going to put here. Did I? Oh, this is a funny word. I've shown this to you before, but it's the word put. And I don't know, you is making a funny sound in that word, but you'll just get to know it. You'll probably know this word very quickly. Did I put my bear here? Did I put my pillow here? Did I put my blanket here? My bed is over here. That's a funny one. So we have been talking a lot about frogs, right? Mrs. Rubel did a frog drawing. I did a frog painting. I showed that to you guys in my Zoom class. And I want to tell you that probably if we were in school, we would be doing frog writing on this cool frog paper. And what I mean by that is we would learn some froggy facts, which we did in our Let's Find Out magazines. We had 2 of them. Here's one of the ones that we looked at. We looked at Mrs. Rubel's All About Frogs poster that I have up on my wall. I usually don't do this, but I will show it to you. It is up on the wall and it has froggy facts on it. And there's my froggy painting. All right. Well, now we would be taking those froggy facts that we learned and we would be putting them on a paper, which would be an informational writing. And this would be one of the biggest writing assignments we would do. So if you have a piece of your journal paper, you could do some frog writing, maybe just 1 or 2 facts. So this says Frogs by Mrs. Rubel. And then I'm going to put my facts. I did them in different colors because I wanted a fact about what kind of animal they are. I wanted a fact about their appearance. Then I'm going to do a fact about what they eat and a fact about how they behave. What's something they do? And a fact about where they live. And I would do all of those in different colors. So my first sentence is frogs are amphibians. Wow, that's a big word. Amphibians are animals that live part of the time in water and part of the time on land, which frogs for sure do. Frogs have big, bulging eyes. You remember those bulging eyes. Bulging means that they poof out, and that is exactly what froggy eyes do. Now, if I wanted to say something that frogs do, I might say frogs can jump. I might say frogs can live in water. I might say frogs eat insects. Each one of those things is a different fact. I could even say frogs begin as tadpoles, then they turn into frogs. So I might do a life cycle. I could say frogs are eggs, tadpole, froglet, adult frog. I could write all of those different things, and if I was going to finish my paper, I would probably start with something they eat. And so frogs eat insects. And I like to do them in different colors, and I'm going to do this one in blue. I think it's blue that I use. And so frogs eat insects. Am I going to have room to write frogs here? I think so. It's not a very long word. Frogs. Okay. Frogs. Then I'm going to go here and I'm going to write eat. Eat. And then I'm going to leave my space and I'm going to write insects. Insect. Oh, and it's more than one insect. They eat a lot of insects. So I need to put an S at the end. And since that's the end of my sentence, I'd put a period. And I would keep writing sentences. So write as many froggy facts as you can. We might have time during one of our last Zooms to look at these, and I'll finish my writing too. Okay, I'll see you next time.